Enter Web Devices Management UI to view and modify wireless video data link transmission for IP camera. Users can view the current parameter configuration through the Web Devices Management UI and modify it according to the application need. The default IP address of the sky end is 192.168.112. The default address of the ground end is 192.168.111. Firstly, connect the transmitter power and Ethernet cable, one head to the devices, another head to your computer. At your computer CMD mode, ping 192.168.1.11. If you get the response, then your transmission devices have connected to your computer successfully. At the browser, enter 192.168.1.11 to enter the Web Devices Management UI. After changing any configuration parameters, users need to reboot the hardware system to take effect. Local IP, nearby your computer, it is the wireless video data receiver's IP address. Remote IP, nearby the camera, it is the wireless video data transmitter's IP address. Group IP, if you do not want to use broadcast mode, you can use multicast mode. The above remote IP is changed to the multicast address, and all devices participating in multicast reception need to configure the same multicast address. 192.168.1.255 represents broadcast mode transmission. 192.168.1.x represents point-to-point transmission. Note, the devices only support multicast addresses in the 224.0.0.0 224.0.0.255 segments. Considering that some addresses are reserved, it is recommended to use addresses above 224.0.0.23. UART1, UART2, UART3 correspond to D1, D2, D3 interfaces on the devices. Baud rate sets the baud rate of the corresponding data serial port on the local and remote devices. As transmitter and receiver will be paired to work, the serial setting should be the same. Remote port, UDP transmits the send port. Different UARTs have to be configured with the different port numbers. Listening port, UDP transmits the receive port. Maximum gap, MS set the maximum transmission interval of the corresponding serial port data, used to capture the end of the serial port data frame. It is recommended to configure it to be smaller than the actual transmission. Maximum packet, set the maximum sending frame size of the corresponding serial port data. The one that needs to be configured is larger than the actual transmission. Note, when using UDP broadcast mode transmission, ensure that the values of remote port and listening port are different. Frequency, wireless band, 800M 1.4G 2.4G. Here frequency default setting can modify. Because the transmitter has built-in PA, power amplifier 10 volts, the PA and antenna frequency has been preset before produce, it cannot modify at the user's side. Except some buyers don't need built-in PA and antenna, then this transmitter frequency can be modified. Bandwidth, wireless bandwidth supports 3M, 5M, 10M and 20M. Power, without PA, output power, dBm. The default setting is 25 dBm. Device type, central node or access node. Here the type of devices has two types. The central node is like the receiver, and the access node is like the transmitter. At this optional, you can change the transmitter to be as the receiver or change the receiver as the transmitter. So the hardware is totally same, only here to define it as a transmitter or receiver function. Frequency hopping, automatic frequency hopping switch. The default setting of the frequency hopping is no. Why? If choose yes, then the frequency has interfered. The frequency will be hopping in a short time. The transmission data will be interrupted. The transmitter will automatically choose another frequency to work, then the user will be the video was stopped 2-3 seconds. SMTP, slave max TX power access node maximum transmits power, dBm. The debug page is used to manually send it commands or view real-time wireless feedback data. Once you're on the debug page, the browser shakes the WebSocket handshake with the devices, and after the handshake passed, the browser prints WebSocket Connect success. Indicates that the handshake was successful, otherwise it displays WebSocket Connect failed. Please refresh the web page and try again. At this time, you need to re-enter the debug page to shake hands again, until the prompt handshake is successful, and then you can perform follow-up operations. Measure page is used to call built-in perf3 programs for testing, UDP mode. This system page is used to view the device's system software firmware version and to update the software firmware via the web UI. If you have any questions about the operation of Web Devices Management UI, please feel free to contact us.